Chapter 291. A tough nut to crack. At first, Yin Chujio was still hopping around. Then she started walking faster. And then slowed down, before finally quickened her pace again. Damn it! Is there no end to this lousy desert? I'm so tired. Rolling pin, can't you install 2 wheels under the chopping board and become multifunctional? The rolling pin's heart was on the verge of collapse. Master, I'm a pin. A pin? The fact that I can turn into a chopping board was already very abnormal, okay? Now you want me to have wheels? This is simply a tough nut to crack. If I knew this would happen, I would have kept a scorpion. I pulled out its stinger, cut off its pincers, and mount it. What a mistake. Fortunately, I have enough food and water. I can last for a month at most. When the time is up, I will naturally be teleported out. After Yin Chujio mentally adjusted herself and continued to move forward slowly. At noon, the sun was even hotter. Yin Chujio was afraid that her skin would turn tan again, so she wrapped herself tightly and made a simple parasol before continuing to move forward. Finally, Yin Chujio saw a patch of green in front of her. Could it be a desert oasis? Yin Chujio was suddenly energized. She did not care about the parasol and ran quickly. After a while, Yin Chujio ran back quickly and shouted as she ran. Fuck! Didn't they say that the highest level demon beast here is a tier 4 demon beast? Why is there a tier 8 single-horned demon lizard? A large amount of sand and dust rose behind Yin Chujio as a huge green single-horned demon lizard crawled over. Yin Chujio wanted to cry, but no tears came out. Tier 8. That was equivalent to the 9th level of the spirit cultivator realm. Back then, although those mighty elephants were fooled by her, that was because they were afraid of the almighty experts in spirit radiance sex array formation. This single-horned demon lizard did not have any worries. No wonder that group of damn desert scorpions did not flee this way. It turned out that there was such a great demon beast here. Who the fuck would dare to come? Throwing the cactus fruit? What kind of joke was that? Even if the one-horned demon lizard did not go crazy, it was already so terrifying. If it went crazy, would it not go absolutely berserk? Yin Chujio was already exhausted to begin with, so the single-horned demon lizard caught up with her effortlessly. It extended its long tongue toward Yin Chujio. She dodged to the side. Yin Chujio knew that she would not be able to outrun the single-horned demon lizard, so she could only stop and take out the rolling pin to fight it. Keep your tongue. Listen to me first. You can eat me later. Yin Chujio looked at the single-horned demon lizard's long tongue and could not help but get goosebumps all over her body. The single-horned demon lizard was stunned. It did not expect that this little human girl would not run away. Although it could not speak human language, it could still understand it. We don't have any grudges with each other, right? I didn't steal your beauty nor kill your child, right? Yin Chujio asked seriously. The single-horned demon lizard did not know what Yin Chujio meant with that question, so it nodded its huge head. So, you and I have no grudges. Why do you have to eat me then? Yin Chujio said innocently. The single-horned demon lizard looked at Yin Chujio with disdain. It obviously thought that Yin Chujio was asking nonsense. The strong preyed on the weak. What kind of reason did she need? Look, my body is skinny, and I don't have much meat. How about this? I have the demon cores of the desert scorpion in my storage ring. Isn't that thing more delicious than my meat? I'll give you a dozen of them. Let me go. Yin Chujio took out a handful of desert scorpion's demon cores from her storage ring, as she said pitifully. Chapter 292. Can't ever get married. The single-horned demon lizard's huge eyes flashed with a trace of cunningness, and then it nodded. Yin Chujio threw the desert scorpion's demon core in her hand, and then quickly ran forward. The single-horned demon lizard's tongue nimbly flew up and down, catching all the demon cores that Yin Chujio deliberately threw in all directions into its mouth. Then, with a strong push of its hind legs, it actually jumped up and landed in front of Yin Chujio, blocking her. Damn it! She knew that the ugly reptile was greedy and shameless. Yin Chujio showed an expression of deceive. Lord Lizard, you can't be like this. You've already eaten my demon cores. Why do you still want to eat me? You're not being honest. The single-horned devil lizard showed a contemptuous look. Not being honest? We can be honest after I eat you. The devil lizard stretched out its huge tongue and moved toward Yin Chujio. Yin Chujio continued to throw the desert scorpion's demon cores while hiding. Seeing that there were more demon cores to eat, the single-horned demon lizard immediately changed its target and started to eat the demon cores with its tongue. Yin Chujio took the opportunity to turn around and run away. However, it was obvious that the struggle was futile. The single-horned demon lizard soon caught up with her again. Yin Chujio had no choice but to throw more demon cores again. Just like that, Yin Chujio saw that she had fed all of the demon cores from her storage ring to the one-horned demon lizard. Yet she did not get far. The single-horned demon lizard caught up with the miserable girl once again. Seeing that Yin Chujio did not throw more demon cores at it, the demon lizard knew that the girl did not have any more left. It opened its mouth wide and stretched out its tongue toward Yin Chujio. Stop it. Keep your tongue. I have something to say. Besides, I can't escape from your tongue. Don't tell me you don't even dare to let me have a few words. Yin Chujio dodged the single-horned demon lizard's tongue in a fluster and said while panting. The single-horned demon lizard naturally did not care much about Yin Chujio, this insignificant dish. It retracted its tongue and stared at Yin Chujio with its huge eyes. Demon lizard, do you want to leave this arcane realm? I see that you're powerful. You're probably the most unique in this whole desert, right? Then we have a problem. You'll probably never find a suitable partner in your life. If you made yourself lesser just to find a lowly partner, it'll be unfair to your descendants. How about we make a deal? Don't kill me, and I'll take you out of the arcane realm to find you a beautiful lizard. The single-horned magic lizard was dumbfounded. What was this human girl talking about? Looking for a partner? A beautiful lizard? The single-horned magic lizard's face turned red. Up until then it was still a virgin lizard. Damn it. This human girl must have said this on purpose to humiliate it. I won't let her off. The single-horned devil lizard flew into a rage out of humiliation. It stuck out its huge tongue and swept it toward Yin Chujio. Oh, males and females should be married. What's there to be shy about? Let me tell you, with your looks, you won't be able to get a wife for the rest of your life. The single-horned demon lizard was so angry that it felt like it was about to faint. This little girl had been trying to curry favor with it and beg for mercy. Why did she suddenly change the way she talked? It must consume her. Looking at your ugly appearance, I reckon that only a female toad would be interested in you. It's a pity that you don't have that species here, so you should just give up on that idea. The single-horned demon lizard wished it could swallow Yin Chujio in one go. However, although this little human girl's spiritual power was low, her movements were too damn agile. It could not catch her. Damn it. Yin Chujio secretly estimated the time in her heart and finally smiled. Ugly reptile, do you think I'm afraid of you? Take this. Little Geo Thunderbolt. Chapter 293. Was really too much. The one-horned demon lizard was very disdainful. It did not even try to dodge. To it, an attack from a level 4 spirit enhancement cultivator was nothing more than a scratch. Not only did the demon lizard not dodge, it even stuck out its long tongue toward Yin Chujio. Yin Chujio waved her right hand, and a purple lightning bolt directly struck at the single-horned demon lizard's tongue. The single-horned demon lizard was stunned. Was that a thunderbolt? And it was purple. The single-horned demon lizard was too shocked. It was actually struck to a daze by the lightning. In an instant, black smoke rose from its tongue. The single-horned demon lizard cried out in pain. This time, it was completely enraged. Due to the injury to its tongue, the single-horned demon lizard used its tough tail to attack. Its huge tail slapped at Yin Chujio. She struck the single-horned demon lizard's tail with another bolt of lightning. Although it did not leave a hole, it still made the single-horned demon lizard grimace in pain. What was going on? A mere 4th-level spirit-enhanced lowlife could not only emit purple lightning, but it could also attack consecutively. Was this even human? Could it be a great demon that had transformed? Although the single-horned demon lizard was shocked, it was not afraid. After all, the difference in strength was there. My skin is rough and my flesh is thick. Even if I am tired, I will tire this little girl to death. However, The single-horned demon lizard began to realize that something was wrong. Why was its spiritual energy gradually disappearing? The single-horned demon lizard had an ominous premonition in its heart. Its movements became slower and slower. However, the little human girl was getting more and more addicted to hacking it with thunderbolts. The single-horned demon lizard's tail was already beginning to emit black smoke from all the hacking. Why aren't you showing off, ugly reptile? Why aren't you showing off? Didn't you want to eat me up? Do you think that I'm so easy to take advantage of? To tell you the truth, the first 2 batches of demon cores I gave you didn't have any added finesse, but I've added them to the rest. Yin Chujiu said as she zapped it. The first 2 batches of demon cores that she gave to the single-horned demon lizard were fine, but the single-horned demon lizard was very proud of teasing Yin Chujiu. It did not realize that the later batch of demon cores had been wrapped by Yin Chujiu's spirit-devouring powder. Yin Chujiu was rambling on and on just to let the medicinal effects take effect. How could this single-horned devil lizard be better than the mischievous Yin Chujiu? The single-horned devil lizard's mood was crumbling. It was a tier 8 demonic beast. In this desert, it was the absolute king. It was actually cheated by a little human girl at level 4 of spirit enhancement. It had nowhere to put its old face. Where did this weirdo come from? Not only did she have the thunder root spirit, but she was also full of evil tricks. She truly was a trickster. The single-horned demon lizard only had the advantage in size now. It no longer had any desire to fight. It turned around and was about to run away. Hey, you ugly reptile, stop right there. You ate so many of my demon cores, and now you want to run away? No way. Those are my points. Yin Chujiu thought to herself. If she let this single-horned demon lizard go, it would be like letting a tiger return to the mountains. Once it recovered its spiritual power, how would she survive? She had to kill it. Seeing that Yin Chujiu was chasing after it, the single-horned demon lizard could only continue to fight with Yin Chujiu fiercely. Although the demon lizard was huge, it had little spiritual power left. It was not a match for Yin Chujiu, this perverted child. An hour later, the single-horned demon lizard was finally killed by Yin Chujiu. She put the demon lizard's body into her storage ring and sat on the ground, panting heavily. This fierce battle was theoretically easy, but every step was extremely dangerous. If the single-horned demon lizard had not underestimated its opponent, she would not have had any chance of winning. Yin Chujiu did not dare to stay any longer. After taking a short rest, she continued walking toward the east. Chapter 294. Was about to die in the desert. Yin Chujiu's physical strength was almost exhausted. She took out a spiritual fruit, given to her by beaming from her storage ring. After eating it, her physical strength instantly recovered by half. Yin Chujiu could not help but sigh. This fruit is really good. Next time I see the gigolo, I'll definitely ask for more. Although the gigolo is quite stingy sometimes, he seems to treat me well. Yin Chujiu's thoughts started to wander. Speaking of that, the gigolo's figure is really good. When will my body be a little more curvaceous? Yin Chujiu kept walking forward while her imagination ran wild. After about 2 hours, she finally saw green again. This time, she did not dare to act rashly. She carefully moved forward and then cheered. Oasis! It's really an oasis this time. Yin Chujiu ran over. When she got closer, it was really a small desert oasis. Yin Chujiu deliberately checked it, but there was not a single demon beast. Yin Chujiu rolled her eyes and got an idea. The area was probably the single-horned demon lizard's territory, so the demon beasts naturally did not dare to get close. There were more than 100 sand dune willow growing on this small oasis. In the middle of the willow forest was a pool of clear spring water. The most amazing thing was that in such a hot desert, the spring water was actually cold. Just as Yin Chujiu was about to wash her face, the strange grass in her dantian began to become restless again, clamoring for Yin Chujiu to drink water. Yin Chujiu was just thirsty, so she squatted down and began to drink water. However, she never expected that after she had enough, she could not control herself anymore when she wanted to get up. Yin Chujiu kept drinking the water in the pool. She could not even close her mouth, let alone get up. Bastard! Are you trying to rebel? Stop right now. Not only did the strange grass not stop, he even proudly twisted his body toward Yin Chujio. Just you wait. The moment I leave the mystic realm, I will cut your abdomen. I must get rid of you, you evil spirit. The strange grass, which was of the green foxtail species, paused for a moment, then ingratiatingly formed two of the leaves into the shape of a heart. Fuck. You've learned how to act cute. It's useless. Just stop. Are you trying to stuff me to death? If I die, you won't live either. You're courting death. Obedient grass, as long as you stop, I'll immediately feed you a basin of pills, okay? Unfortunately, no matter how Yin Chujio threatened and lured it, the strange grass seemed to have made up its mind. It kept controlling Yin Chujio's body to drink the spring water in the pond. Yin Chujio wanted to cry, but she had no tears. If others found out that she was actually stuffed to death by the water, they would laugh their heads off. The most shocking thing was that she was also stuffed to death by the water in the desert. It was too weird, was it not? Yin Chujio was at her wit's end. She felt like an old cow, constantly drinking the pond water. She cursed in her heart. This pond might not look big, but there must be a spring under it. How could she finish drinking it? She did not know what was wrong with the green foxtail in her dantian. Time passed and the sky gradually darkened. The temperature dropped sharply. Although Yin Chujio lost control of her body, she still had her senses. She cursed the strange grass over 10,000 times with her spiritual sense. Although it acted cute and shameless from time to time, its attitude was extremely firm. It was to drink, drink, drink. Yin Chujio could not help but think. People said that the Prime Minister could hold a ship in his stomach. One. But her stomach could even hold an aircraft carrier. Chapter 295. Secret of the bottom of the pond. Yin Chujio felt that the strange grass was just trying to torture her. The single-horned demon lizard was so huge, and it had been drinking the spring water for hundreds of years. How could a small body like hers finish all the spring water? In actual fact, Yin Chujio had misunderstood. The single-horned demon lizard occupied the area because the spring water was very cool. Although the spring water was so clear that one could see the bottom, the single-horned demon lizard did not dare to drink it because the spring water contained a lethal poison. The concept of poison did not exist in Yin Chujio's mind as of then, because no matter what strange poison she encountered, it would become the nourishment for the strange grass. Just when Yin Chujio felt that she was about to freeze to death, the water level in the pool started visibly dropping. Yin Chujio was amazed. Did I really drink the spring dry? The water level gradually dropped, before finally revealing the pebble-filled bottom. Yin Chujio thought, if only these pebbles were all spirit stones. Then, it wouldn't be such a waste for me to drink a belly full of water. Green foxtail, the water is all gone. You can let me off already, right? Yin Chujio was already exasperated by the strange grass. Unexpectedly, it instructed Yin Chujio's hand to start rummaging through the rocks at the bottom of the pool. Fuck. Green foxtail. You're just making fun of me, aren't you? Do you have a lover under these broken rocks? It's the middle of the night, and you're not letting me sleep. Are you crazy? Yin Chujio was about to go mad. The strange grass quickly formed the leaves into a heart shape and started acting cute. Get lost. Yin Chujio felt like she was about to break down. She searched through all the rocks at the bottom of the pond, but did not find anything special. She did not even find the spring. It was really strange. Since there was no spring, where did the water come from? Finally, Yin Chujio found a plant that looked like an aquatic plant under a rock in the corner. It was so bright that if one did not look carefully, they would not have found it. After Yin Chujio grabbed the plant, it kept struggling, trying to escape. Before she could react, the strange grass ordered Yin Chujio to swallow the plant. Then it grabbed the plant and began to nibble on it. Yin Chujio finally regained control of her body. Damn it! Did you torture me for so long just for a piece of broken waterweed? Green foxtail, just you wait. I must think of a way to kill you. The strange grass in her dantian was eating happily and turned a deaf ear to Yin Chujio's curses and threats. Yin Chujio did not have the time to keep cursing it because it was too cold. Yin Chujio quickly took out a quilt from her storage ring and wrapped herself up. It's too cold. I have to build a fire. Unfortunately, these willows aren't dead or else. Yin Chujio stopped abruptly. It was only now that she realized that the willow forest, which was full of vitality before, had become dry with withered branches. What was going on? Yin Chujio inexplicably thought of the aquatic plant that was eaten by the strange grass. Could it be that the water in the pond was the willow's fluids? Were the aquatic plants supposed by the willows? Or were the willows the aquatic plants' food? Yin Chujio shivered. Why did she feel like she was in the same situation as the willows? Would she end up like them if the strange grass in her dantian was taken away? Chapter 296. Strange grass acting cute. Yin Chujio felt that the strange grass in her dantian was like a ticking time bomb. Sooner or later, it would kill her. If she did not get it out, sooner or later, she would become its nourishment. However, if she got rid of it, perhaps she would become a mummy. It was a dead end no matter how she thought about it. Even the gigolo could not find the origin of this strange grass. Could it be that she could only wait for death? Fortunately, Yin Chujio was an optimistic and open-minded person. After a moment of melancholy, she pulled herself together. Damn it! Even the heavenly lightning can't kill me. I'm not afraid of some grass. There will always be a way. Just as Yin Chujio was cheering herself up, her stomach began to growl. Yin Chujio was laughing to herself. Damn it! She had drunk so much water, yet she was still hungry. Where did all the water go? Yin Chujio took out a large kitchen knife and cut some dried willows. She lit a bonfire, and it was finally warmer. Then, she took out a table from her storage ring, placed the food on the table, and started to eat. After eating and drinking, Yin Chujio cut a few dried branches to build a simple tent. Then, she put the rolling pin on top of the tent. Stay alert at the top of the tent, little flame. Call me if there's any movement. Yin Chujio stuffed a few thick branches into the bonfire. Then, she put down a few thick blankets inside the tent and laid down. Although she lit a bonfire and covered herself with a few layers of blankets, Yin Chujio still felt chilly. Sigh. The gigolo's clothes were turned to dust by the lightning last time. I'll have to ask him for 2 more sets of clothes another day. Those clothes are cool and insulated. They're much better than the ones I'm wearing. Just mentioning the lightning makes my nose bleed. Sooner or later, they'll have to find a way to get rid of the strange grass. Otherwise, if I choke on my butt, won't those coquettish bitches benefit? Yin Chujio's imagination ran wild for a while before she finally fell into a deep sleep. As the single-horned demon lizard was very powerful, no demon beasts dared to step into the area. Therefore, Yin Chujio slept very peacefully that night. The next morning, Yin Chujio was woken up by the heat. The desert's climate was so strange. It was so cold at night, and so hot during the day. Yin Chujio could not help but sigh. The heat was even worse than the cold. If it was cold, she could build a fire and wear more clothes. However, if it was hot, there was nothing she could do, unless she brought a pool with her at all times. When she said that, Yin Chujio's eyes lit up. Green Foxtail, you made a big mistake yesterday. Shouldn't you show some gratitude to me? Yin Chujio said sourly, when she saw that the leaves of the plant became even greener after it chewed on the aquatic plant. The strange grass swayed like a happy little pug. Yin Chujio felt that this strange grass was quite cute sometimes. Humph. No. This was just its sugar-coated shell. Under the shell of the strange grass was a scorpion-like heart. She must be on high alert. It's useless for you to act cute. Do something practical. It's so hot in the desert during the day. Bring out some of the water I drank yesterday, and let me cool down. The strange grass curled up a few leaves and pressed them against the stem. It was as if someone was holding their chin in deep thought. Then a shiny thing rolled down from one of the leaves. Yin Chujio felt a cool sensation on her body. She looked down and saw a small crystal bead in her palm. It was emitting cool air. Chapter 297. The Silver Desert Wolf. Humph. You know your place. Yin Chujio satisfyingly put the small bead in her pocket. After breakfast, She put out the bonfire completely and kept the simple tent in her storage ring. She thought for a while. The desert was so cold at night that she did not know if she would be able to walk outside if she needed to. It was better for her to cut some branches and have them ready. Therefore, Yin Chujio picked up the large kitchen knife and started cutting. After a while, she felt that it was too inefficient, and in the end, she simply used lightning to strike them. She was quite greedy and proceeded to keep half of the willow forest in her storage ring before continuing to walk east. She had long forgotten about the fear from last night. She bounced forward and sang as she walked. "You're the wind, and I'm the sand. It is lingering and winding around the ends of the earth." When she reached a slope, she simply curled her body into a ball and rolled down happily. She was having lots of fun. This so-called ancient arcane realm is still quite fun. No wonder he was unwilling to let me in. Stingy. Yin Chujio muttered to herself. A certain realm spirit was mad. Yin Chujio, you weirdo. He could not even kill her by throwing her into the wild desert. If it was not against the rules, it would have directly teleported her to the thorn of the giant cactus. It had spent a lot of effort gathering thousands of desert scorpions to besiege her. But who would have thought that those idiots would actually kill themselves? It was simply angered to no end. The fruit of the giant cactus was extremely poisonous and could make people or demon beasts go crazy. How could Yin Chujio eat so much and still be completely fine? Furthermore, the one-horned demon lizard was a tier 8 demon beast. It was actually played to death by that little weirdo. Was that not too weird? What made the realm spirit the angriest was that she actually ate that thing. She ate it. Such a heaven-defying little weirdo should not exist. This was against the law of heavens. It did not believe that it would not be able to kill her in its territory. Yin Chujio, just you wait. While Yin Chujio was jumping around happily, she suddenly sneezed twice. Damn it! Who's scolding me again? Speaking of which, why is this damn desert so big? When can I walk out of it? I won't be spending the whole month in the desert, right? Yin Chujio walked for a whole day. Other than the endless yellow sand, she did not meet a single soul. At night, Yin Chujio lit a bonfire. She was extremely glad that she had cut down a bunch of dried willow branches. Otherwise, she would have been frozen at night. When she slept until midnight, the rolling pin cried out in alarm. Master! Master! Quickly get up! The situation isn't good. Yin Chujio jumped up and rushed outside the tent. She saw dust clouds rolling in the distance. It seemed that a large group of demon beasts was rushing over. Yin Chujio put away her tent and quickly ran away. My goodness, there are so many demonic beasts. Even if there were 10 of them, they would not be enough to satisfy her. Although Yin Chujio's body was light, she was in the desert after all, so she could not run fast at all. Soon, those demonic beasts caught up. Those demonic beasts worked well together. Some of them deliberately took a long route and arrived in front of Yin Chujio. Yin Chujio was trapped in the middle of these demonic beasts. Only then did Yin Chujio carefully examine those demonic beasts. It turned out to be dozens of silver desert wolves. They were tier 5 demonic beasts and were very fierce. Yin Chujio thought to herself, this silver desert wolf is very beautiful. Did it have tall silver fur? Yin Chujio was so stupid that the rolling pin was about to cry. Please, they want to eat you. You actually have the time to admire their appearance. Are you stupid? Chapter 298. Looking at airships, those silver desert wolves did not attack rashly. One of them, who was larger than the others and presumably the king, walked to the front. It howled fiercely at Yin Chujio. The other silver wolves followed suit. The earth-shattering howls were especially horrifying in the night. The faint-hearted would probably be scared to death. However, it was clear that Yin Chujio was not a timid person. She took out a thick dried willow branch from her storage ring and threw it on the ground. The Wolf King did not know what Yin Chujio meant to do and took a few steps back. Yin Chujio waved her right hand, and a purple lightning bolt struck the dried willow branch. The thick dried willow branch was instantly split into two and black smoke rose up. The silver wolf pack was in an uproar. Demonic beasts were instinctively afraid of heavenly lightning. On top of that, Yin Chujio used a purple lightning bolt. The Wolf King howled a few times before the wolf pack quieted down. Its eyes flickered, obviously thinking of something. Yin Chujia's mind was not idle either. She kept thinking of countermeasures. Although she could temporarily suppress these silver desert wolves, she was outnumbered. Once they rushed up to her, she would not be able to hold them off. Yin Chujio observed for a moment. There were about a dozen silver desert wolves to the east. If she caught them off guard, she could run away. However, her speed was too slow. If she did so, she would still be caught. It would be good if there was something that could hold them off. If she threw out the body of the single-horned demon lizard, she might be able to delay them. However, she really could not bear to do so. She had not dug out the demon core of the single-horned demon lizard yet. That was a lot of points. Moreover, the body of a Tier 8 demonic beast was also very expensive. It could be exchanged for a lot of spirit stones. She should have kept the bodies of the desert scorpions. In the future, one must learn from one's mistakes. One could not abandon anything at will. The rolling pin was on the verge of tears. This master was really willing to sacrifice her life, and not her wealth. They were already in such a dire situation, yet she was still worried about some bullshit points. Yin Chujio used her spiritual sense to rummage through her storage ring. Finally, she found the corpses of more than 10 low-level demon beasts in a corner. Those were the Windblade rabbits that Yin Chujio hunted in the mountains behind Spirit Radiance sect. They were supposed to be barbecued. Yin Chujio immediately had an idea. She pointed at the sky. Look, an airship. Airship. The wolf pack subconsciously raised their heads to look at the sky. Yin Chujio shot a bolt of lightning toward the silver wolves to her east. She did not strike the silver wolves with the lightning. Wolves were extremely vengeful animals. If they were hurt, they would definitely pursue her relentlessly. It was better not to make enemies. The few silver wolves on the east side subconsciously dodged. Yin Chujio immediately ran out. Yin Chujio threw away the rabbit corpses in her storage ring as she ran. Some of the silver wolves stopped to eat the corpses. The Wolf King howled a few times, leaving a few silver wolves to guard the corpses. It continued to chase after Yin Chujio with the rest of the pack. Yin Chujio could not help but curse in her heart. This Wolf King was really fucking smart. The speed of the wolf pack was extremely fast. Just as Yin Chujio was frowning, she realized that there was a sand slope in front of her. She quickly curled her body into a ball and rolled down. The Wolf King was stunned. Then, it took the lead to follow Yin Chujio's example and rolled down. The rest of the silver wolves followed suit and rolled down the sand slope. Yin Chujio was on the verge of breaking down. This Wolf King was about to succeed. Not long after, the wolf pack once again surrounded Yin Chujio in the middle. The Wolf King raised its head high, looking very proud. It howled a few times, and all the wolves dug their front paws into the ground, ready to attack. They were waiting for the Wolf King to give the order to pounce on Yin Chujio. Yin Chujio was about to sadly throw the demon lizard's corpse away. The Wolf King probably would not trust the other wolves to guard the Tier 8 demon beast's corpse, and she had some confidence in getting rid of the other wolves. At that moment, there was a commotion among the wolves. Chapter 299. Yin Chujio had a surgery. Yin Chujio stretched her neck to take a look. She saw a slightly smaller silver wolf lying on the ground and twitching in pain. Its belly bulged. It was actually a pregnant female wolf. The Wolf King let out a few anxious howls and gently nudged the female wolf's head with its head. The Wolf King was so nervous. It seemed that the female wolf was the queen of the wolf pack. The female wolf still did not get better and kept howling. Yin Chujio rolled her eyes. The Wolf King had no time to even care about her then. If she did not run, when would she be able to? Just when Yin Chujio was about to run away, the Wolf King turned around and walked straight to Yin Chujio. Yin Chujio was stunned. What did he mean by that? Did he not care about his wife anymore? The Wolf King howled at Yin Chujio and pointed at the twitching female wolf with his front paw. Yin Chujio immediately understood what it meant. She pointed at the female wolf and said, "You mean you want me to help you save the female wolf?" Although the Wolf King did not understand Yin Chujio's words, it still understood her body language and nodded. Oh heavens! She was not a veterinarian. How could she save it? The female wolf was probably having a difficult labor, right? Should she perform a cesarean section on it? Yin Chujia was quite bold. She actually walked to the female wolf's side, squatted down, and looked at it. Yin Chujio took out the large kitchen knife from her storage ring, and then gestured at the female wolf's stomach. Hey! I can only cut open her abdominals, take out the little wolf, and then sew it back together. Do you agree? The Wolf King had really figured Yin Chujia's intentions. It hesitated for a moment, and then nodded. If a demonic beast had difficulty giving birth, there was a high chance that both mother and son would die in the end. Now it could only trust this little human girl. Yin Chujio took out a wind-edge rabbit's corpse from her storage ring. She took out its intestines and washed it clean to make a meat thread. Then, she took out a needle and inserted the meat thread into the eye of the needle. Yin Chujio took out a few spirit-gathering pills and stuffed them into the female wolf's mouth to prevent the female wolf from losing its strength. Then, she fed the female wolf a few sleeping pills. After the female wolf fell asleep, she began to carry out the surgery with a large kitchen knife. Although Yin Chujio had never done any surgery before, she was still very familiar with the structure of demon beasts, because she used to roast many demon beasts. The Wolf King stared at Yin Chujio without blinking. Could this little girl really do it? It had never heard of humans having such a method to deliver a baby. Perhaps their mystical realms were too closed off, and the new method that humans had developed might be able to do it. Yin Chujio easily cut open the female wolf's belly and cut a small hole in the female wolf's uterus. She gently took out the cub inside and cut the umbilical cord. Yin Chujio was afraid that the cub would freeze to death, so she made a quilt and wrapped the wolf cub in it. The Wolf King commanded a few female wolves to use their bodies to warm the wolf cub. Only then did Yin Chujio start to sew the female wolf's wound with the meat thread. Yin Chujio did not do any needlework at all, so the wound was crooked. Regardless, it was finally closed. Yin Chujio shattered the supreme grade blood clotting pill and sprinkled it on the wound. As expected of the supreme grade blood clotting pill, the female wolf's wound began to visibly heal. The Wolf King's eyes began to glow green. Well, it was originally glowing green already. How can humans have such a miraculous pill? How can it stop the bleeding so quickly? After a while, the female wolf woke up. Having taken the spirit-gathering pill previously, it was still in a pretty good mental state. Yin Chujio let out a long breath. The operation was considered a success. Yin Chujio stood up and was about to leave when the Wolf King suddenly blocked her. Fuck. What did it mean? Could it be that this was going to be the story of the Wolf of Zhongsan 1? Chapter 300. Mushroom rings. The Wolf King held a few times. Yin Chujio thought about it and finally understood what it meant. The Wolf King meant that it could escort her out of the desert, but it wanted the supreme grade blood coagulation pills. Yin Chujio bargained with the Wolf King and finally settled on 2 bottles of supreme grade blood coagulation pills. The Wolf King chose 8 strong silver wolves to escort Yin Chujio. She did not know what fear and shamelessness meant. After she left the Wolf King's sight, she would use a few supreme grade blood coagulation pills as reward to get the silver wolves to take turns to be her mounts. She happily sat on the silver wolves' backs, humming a little tune as they traveled east. When a certain realm spirit saw this scene, it was so angry that it almost vomited blood. I asked you to eat Yin Chujio, not escort her and be her bodyguards. You actually became her freaking mount. How can you wolves be so cheap? You threw away your honor just for a couple pills. The realm spirit's energy bounced around wildly, and in the end, a sinister smile appeared on its face. This little girl has many tricks up her sleeve. It seems that the demonic beasts can't deal with her, so we'll let her own kind deal with her. Humans are the most greedy and shameless, and during these so-called trials, they kill each other over a few spirit herbs. Yes, those few people who have a different attire from Yin Chujio are vicious. They will do it. 2 days later, Yin Chujio finally arrived at the edge of the desert under the escort of the 8 silver wolves. Yin Chujio waved her small claws at the 8 silver wolves, then continued hopping and walking toward the east. There were some low shrubs growing sparsely at the edge of the desert. Occasionally, she could see some low-level demon beasts. Yin Chujio felt that from then on, her trial path would return to normal. However, she still felt that something was fishy. Did they not say that the highest level demon beast in this mystical realm was Tier 4? Why did she encounter a Tier 8 single-horned demon lizard? And then a group of Tier 5 silver desert wolves? Was it because she was unlucky or something? If she knew who was scheming behind her back, she would not let him off. A certain realm spirit sneezed twice, and then continued scheming. After passing the edge of the desert, there was a vast grassland. Yin Chujio looked at the green, and was in a good mood. Suddenly, her eyes lit up and she ran toward a place. Mushroom ring. Haha, I'm so lucky. I can use it to stew the remaining red-feathered chicken in my storage ring. Mushroom rings, as the name implied, were mysterious rings on the prairie. When one approached them, they would discover that they were formed by many delicious mushrooms. Seeing the white and tender mushrooms, Yin Chujio was so hungry that her saliva flowed out. She picked them in no time, and put them into her storage ring. Yin Chujio was not in a hurry to start a fire to cook. Instead, she hastily ate a few buns and continued on her journey. She did not plan to spend the night in the prairie. If she encountered a demon beast at night, there would be nothing to hide in the prairie. So she was a little uncertain. When the sun was about to set, Yin Chujio finally walked out of the grassland and entered a valley. Yin Chujio climbed to the top of a big tree and looked at the surrounding terrain. She was very satisfied. There were trees, flowers, gurgling streams, and some low-level demon beasts. They set up camp here and did not go anywhere. She would just wait for the trial to end and be teleported out. Besides, with the single-horned demon lizard's demon core, she was most definitely guaranteed first place. Yin Chujio found a hidden cave. The most peculiar thing was that Yin Chujio found it behind the stone wall. It was probably created by the disciples from the previous trial. It was really a good place to plot against people. Chapter 301. Were these humans pigs? Yin Chujio tidied up a little and started making chicken stew with mushrooms. Soon the fragrance filled the entire cave. The silver dragon floated out from the rolling pin, and the two foodies ate happily. After eating and drinking, Yin Chujio made the rolling pin stand guard at the entrance of the cave as she fell asleep. Master! Someone's coming! The rolling pin hopped into the cave. Yin Chujio quickly jumped up and put out the campfire with water. Then, she took the rolling pin and hid in the dark cave. Yin Chujio took off the spirit concealing ring and peeked out through the gap of the dark cave. Junior brother son, it seems that someone has made a campfire here. The person speaking was a male disciple of Heavenly Gates sect. Yin Chujio knew him. He was the Wang Dongliang who was defeated by Emozwa in the last arena match. Senior brother Wang, there are no other spiritual fluctuations here. The person from before must have left. Even if he didn't leave, he wouldn't dare to provoke us. With our strength alone, who would dare to provoke us? The person speaking was someone with a duck's voice. It was Sun Liang, who was forced by Yin Chujio to write a confession. Zhang Xiong, quickly bring those three girls in. This place can be used as our bridal chamber. Haha. Sun Liang's face revealed a lewd expression as he laughed evilly. Another three people came in from behind. One of them had a hooked nose. It was Elder Zhang's grandson Zhang Xiong. The other two people also looked somewhat familiar. Back when they were competing at Spirit Radiance sect, they had also been on the stage. The three of them each pushed a woman whose hands were tied with ropes, as they walked in with a mischievous smile. The three women were Yin Chu, Yin Chuki and Su Yun. Yin Chujio clenched her teeth as she watched from behind. Now that the three of them were in their hands, she could not be impulsive. She had to think of a foolproof plan. These three girls are each more beautiful than the other. Let's play here for a few days first. When the time comes, we can go out and fight for some spiritual herbs to get points. Zhang Xiong said as he touched Su Yun's face with his hand. Su Yun's spiritual power must have been restrained. She had something stuffed in her mouth, and was trying her best to dodge him. Bitch! I advise you to be sensible. Serve us well, and maybe we will spare your lives. Otherwise, we'll kill you when we're done. Zhang Xiong pinched Su Yin's face. Zhang Xiong, why are you so anxious? Let's eat first, and then we'll have a good time. Sun Liang asked Zhang Xiong and the others to tie their feet with ropes and push them to the corner of the wall. The 5 of them took out some dry food from their storage bags and began to eat dinner. While eating, they also said some lewd words. They did not notice that there were wisps of smoke coming out from the gap in the wall behind them. Yun Chuo and the other 2 who were leaning against the wall fainted first. Then, Zhang Xiong and the other 3 also began to feel that something was amiss. Hey, why do I feel lightheaded? Me too. What's going on? Could it be that someone poisoned? Before the 5 of them could finish their words, they all fainted one after another. Yin Chujio walked out from behind the dark wall and fed each of the 5 of them a spirit-devouring powder. Then, she took out a rope and tied them into a string. Only then did she start to feed the 3 women the antidote and loosen the rope. 5th sister, 7th sister, senior sister Su, wake up. Soon, the 3 of them woke up. When they saw that it was Yin Chujio who saved them, they were all pleasantly surprised. Is there anything wrong with your bodies? The reason why Yin Chujio did not kill the 5 people immediately was that she was afraid that they fed Yin Chu and the others poison or something. Little Jiu were fine. They only fed us the spirit-devouring powder. Yin Chujio nodded. Then there was nothing to worry about. Yin Chujio walked in front of the 5 people, took out a large kitchen knife, and hacked them to death one by one. Then, she searched their storage bags and generously put their possessions into hers. When a certain realm spirit saw the scene, it cursed angrily. Idiot! Idiot! Are these 5 humans pigs? How could they be hacked to death just like that? Humph. I'll do something else. I don't believe that Yin Chujio has such good luck. Chapter 302. I need to sleep. Although Yin Chu and the others were already used to Yin Chujio's ferocity, they were still a little shocked when she chopped off their heads like a carrot. Yes, little Jiu was indeed brave. Yin Chujio looked at the 5 corpses on the ground and muttered, "Sigh, I miscalculated. I should have dragged them outside and chopped them up there. The clean cave is now dirty. 5th sister, help me drag them inside." Yin Chujio ordered Yin Chu and the others to drag the 5 corpses into the secret room. Then, she cleaned up the blood stains on the ground and asked, "How did you get caught by them?" Yin Chuki gnashed her teeth and said, "This morning, when we were collecting purple hawk grass, we met these 5 people. We originally planned to crush the jade tokens, but we did not expect the Bai-siblings and Yin Chushan to rush over. They said that we're all from Spirit Radiance sect, so we have to be unanimous at a time like this and face outsiders together. It was 6 against 5, so we weren't afraid of them. Moreover, the Bai-siblings' spiritual power is very high. We didn't expect that the 3 of them would actually help those 5 people to restrain us while fighting. We didn't even have the chance to crush the jade tokens." Yin Chujio sighed. "What did I tell you? You can't let your guard down. You'll learn your lesson this time, won't you?" Yin Chu and Yin Chuki hung their heads in shame and did not say a word. If they had not met little Jiu, they would definitely have lost their lives. Senior Sister Su, please keep what happened today a secret to prevent the Heavenly Gates sect from taking revenge. Yin Chujio looked at Su Yin by the side and thought to herself, Senior Sister Su has already been implicated twice by us. It could be fate. Su Yin nodded. She was grateful for Yin Chujio's life-saving grace, and she was also shocked by Yin Chujio's valiant behavior, so she naturally would not raise any objections. Let's make do here for the night, and we'll discuss the next step tomorrow. Yin Chujio yawned and said, Little Jiu, go ahead and sleep. I'll be on night duty. After this matter, Yin Chuki's actions became more steady. All right, the 3 of you take turns to be on night duty. I won't participate. After all, I'm still young. I have to ensure that I sleep and grow well. Yin Chujio said shamelessly. Yin Chu and the other 2 were speechless. At the same time, Elder Zhang, the leader of the Heavenly Gates sect, cried out miserably outside the array formation. Little Xiong, who killed my grandson? The other elders of Heavenly Gates immediately surrounded him. Elder Zhang, what's wrong? Elder Zhang took out a broken jade token and said with tears flowing down his face. Little Xiong's jade token was broken. My grandson was killed. Everyone comforted him. Every time a disciple died in a trial, there was nothing they could do about it. I gave him several defensive spirit tools. How could he die? How is this possible? Elder Zhang still could not accept the fact that his grandson was dead. Maybe he encountered a group of demonic beasts and died. Elder Zhang, don't be sad. Elder Zhang said with a cracked voice as he stared at Yizi. If it was a demonic beast, it's fine. But if I find out my grandson was killed by a person, I won't forgive him. Yun Chujio sneezed twice in her sleep and turned over to continue sleeping. Yes, she made a small fortune today. Not bad, not bad. The next morning, the four of them had breakfast and gathered to discuss their next step. Yun Chujio originally wanted to wait for the trial to end, but after hearing about Yun Chuki and the others' encounter, she felt that the Bai siblings were up to something. She was a little worried about Yun Chuzi and the others, so they decided to look for Yun Chuzi and the rest. They were truly enemies on a narrow road. The four of them walked out for less than an hour and had bumped into the Bai siblings and Yun Chushan. Chapter 303. Lying through her teeth. You guys didn't die? Bai Moru cried out in surprise. Bai Moyu glared at Bai Moru, and he hurriedly added, What Moru means is that it's great that you guys are fine. They have the advantage in numbers. When we saw that you guys were taken away, we were really helpless. Now that we've gathered all of our senior and junior brothers, we were going to save you guys. The few Spirit Radiance sect disciples behind him chimed in. That's right. Senior Brother Bai told us that you were all taken away by the people from Heavenly Gate sect, and we're going to save all of you. When Yun Chu and the other two heard Bai Moyu altering the truth, they were so angry that their faces turned red. Bai Moyu, you're spouting nonsense. It's clear that the three of you colluded with the people of Heavenly Gate sect. Bai Moya's face was filled with shock. Junior sisters, although we may have some personal grudges in the past, we are all disciples of Spirit Radiance sect. How could we do such a terrible thing? Junior sisters, you can't malign us just because we weren't able to save you back then because of our limited abilities. Yun Chushan also said softly from the side. That's right. The 5 individuals from Heavenly Gate sect had superb spiritual power, and we really had no choice. We're also very sympathetic to your suffering. After all, as women, after encountering such a thing, it's indeed. Slap. Slap. Before Yun Chushan could finish her words, Yun Chujio slapped her twice. Yun Chushan was stunned by the slap. She never expected that Yun Chujio would slap her without a word. Yun Chushan, shut your stinky mouth. You want to know what happened? Truthfully, those 5 people encountered a demonic beast horde and were already doomed. Bai Moya's eyes flashed. They encountered a group of demonic beasts? How are you all fine? Yun Chujio sneered. Hearing what you said, are you regretful that we didn't die? The 5 of them discovered a high-grade bright lotus plant and made my third sister and the others fight for that bright lotus plant. I took this opportunity to save them. It's really a case of karma. They didn't expect that the bright lotus plant would be guarded by a group of 5-ringed silver-horned snakes. When we left, they were already surrounded by that group of 5-ringed silver-horned snakes. Although Yun Chu and the other 2 did not have any expression on their faces, they were dumbfounded in their hearts. Little Jiao, how on earth did you train your ability to lie through your teeth? You speak of fictional things as if they're real. If we weren't personally witnessing it, we would have believed you. Moreover, these words could be used to advance or retreat when needed. Even if the 5 corpses were discovered, they could still justify themselves. After all, when they left, those 5 people were not dead yet. Anything could have happened after. Bai Moyu and the others saw that Yun Chujio and the others' expressions were very natural, and what they said was reasonable. After all, the temptation of high-grade earth-rank spirit medicines was too great. If it were them, they would also go and pick them at all costs. Yun Chujio originally wanted to find an opportunity to kill the Bai siblings and Yun Chushan, But now that the other disciples of Spirit Radiance sect were there, it was not easy to do so. Therefore, Yin Chujio planned to bring Yin Chu and the others away. Bai Moya's eyes flickered a few times. Junior sisters, why don't you follow us? There's strength in numbers. Even if we meet people from Heavenly Gate sect, we aren't afraid. Although Bai Moyu said so, he felt that Yin Chujio and the others definitely would not agree. Unexpectedly, Yin Chujio said with a clear voice, "All right, let's go together." Yin Chujio thought to herself, since we can't find fourth brother and the others for the time being, why don't we follow Bai siblings and the others? At least we can prevent them from framing fourth brother and the others. Chapter 304. Yin Chujio must stay. Although Yin Chu and the others did not know what Yin Chujio meant, they were already used to going with Yin Chujio's arrangements, so they did not say anything. Bai Moya's eyes flashed with a hint of viciousness. It's great that you're all throwing your lives away. In the next few days, Yin Chujio and the others trained with the Bai siblings. However, Yin Chujio's actions angered the Bai siblings. Every time a demonic beast came, Yin Chujio would retreat far away and cheer them on. Good fight. Put in more effort. I have high hopes for you. Bai Moru, you two have the highest spiritual power. Hurry up and attack. Why aren't you exerting your strength? Are you not willing to let us benefit from your prestige? Bai Moru angrily shouted. Yin Chujio, why aren't you attacking? Yin Chujio said with a matter-of-factly, because my spiritual power is the lowest, and am the youngest. You guys are so powerful. Shouldn't you take care of a young seedling like me? Besides, I don't share your spoils of war. What are you unhappy about? You. Bai Moru almost choked. Yin Chujio kept her word. She really did not want any spoils of war. It was as if she was just watching the scenery with them. The others did not have any thoughts seeing Yin Chujio acting like that. After all, she was only at the 4th level of spirit enhancement. Even if she participated in the battle, she would not be of much help. They were so happy that they did not have to share anything. That day, they found a piece of black category, low-grade jade bellflower, and they were extremely excited. Oh my god, there are more than 100 of them. Our points will increase significantly. That's right. Our luck is really great. This is a black category low-grade spirit herb. Today's harvest is equivalent to a few days' harvest. What made them even more ecstatic was that that piece of jade bellflower did not even have a single demonic beast guarding it. Their luck was simply superb. The group had just picked a few jade bellflowers when they heard a sneer. Stop. These jade bellflowers belong to Heavenly Gate sect. If you don't want to die, get lost. The people from Spirit Radiance sect raised their heads and saw more than a dozen Heavenly Gate sect disciples. They were clustered around a beautiful woman. It was Su Yanran. Su Yanran glared at Yin Chujio viciously, and then inadvertently exchanged looks with the Bai siblings. The one who spoke was a male disciple of the Heavenly Gate sect. His attitude was extremely arrogant. Didn't you hear what I just said? Quickly leave. Otherwise, it'll take your little lives. The disciples of Spirit Radiance sect immediately became indignant. Are you being reasonable? We were the ones who discovered these jade bellflowers first. Reasonable? We only care about brawn. Why don't we spar? With our junior sister Su here, all of you will die, the disciple of Heavenly Gate sect said proudly. Along the way, they had robbed many disciples from Spirit Radiance sect. They were practically invincible. Bai Moyu seemed to be in a difficult position. He thought for a moment and said, Everyone, although these jade bellflowers are hard to come by, we don't stand to lose much. There might be high-grade spirit herbs ahead. Let's go. Although the other disciples of Spirit Radiance sect were unwilling, the Bai siblings had the highest spiritual power, so they could only obey. Just as the disciples were about to leave, Su Yanran said, You can leave, but leave Yin Chujio behind. I want to resolve some personal grudges with her. Bai Moya's eyes flashed, and he said in a difficult manner, Cousin Yanran, can you let Yin Chujio go this time on account of your brother? Su Yanran sneered. Cousin, we belong to 2 different sects, so don't try to build a relationship like in the secular world anymore. Yin Chujio must stay, otherwise all of you will die. Bai Moyu pretended to be troubled, turned around, and asked the people of Spirit Radiance sect. Everyone, although this decision is very difficult, the bigger picture is more important. Let's go. Chapter 305. If you step out of the ring, you lose. Yin Chua sneered. If you want to leave, you can leave. We won't give up on little Jiao. Yin Chuki and Su Yin also stood in front of Yin Chujiao, protecting Yin Chujiao behind them. The other disciples of Spirit Radiance sect looked at Bai Moyu, and then at Yin Chujiao, feeling a little conflicted. Su Yanran's spiritual power was superb, and they were indeed no match for her. However, they would not be able to live with their conscience if they disregarded the lives of their fellow disciples. Seeing their hesitation, Bai Moyu's eyes flashed as he said, Everyone, I understand your feelings, but even if we fight head-on, it'll only cost us our lives. It won't be of much use. Since that's the case, why strike a stone with an egg? Bai Moru was somewhat impatient and said with a sullen face, Forget it if you don't want to leave. Brother, let's go. When the people of Spirit Radiance sect saw that the Bai siblings and Yun Chushan had left, they felt a little scared. The three strongest people had already left. If they stayed here, would they not be waiting for death? Yun Chujiao looked at them and said faintly, Senior brothers, you can leave. I won't blame you. After all, we're not relatives. We're just fellow disciples. Last time, I offended Su Yanran for the sake our Spirit Radiance sect's honor. Consider this as something I deserve. Fifth sister, you guys should leave too. Let me die in the hands of Heavenly Gates sect. For the sake of our Spirit Radiance sect, I'll die without regrets. When the disciples heard those words, they could not help but blush with shame. That was right. Why did Su Yanran want to kill Yin Chujiao? Was it not because Yin Chujiao defeated her in the competition previously? Why did Yin Chujiao want to? She wanted to protect Spirit Radiance sect's honor. They actually wanted to escape at the last minute and hand over the lives of their fellow disciples to the Heavenly Gates sect. Were they even worthy of being members of Spirit Radiance sect? They were simply not human. Junior sister little Jiao were not leaving. At most, we'll die together. 20 years later would still be the good guys. Right. We're not leaving. Even if we die, we'll drag someone down with us. What's so great about Heavenly Gates sect? Damn it. It's still not certain who will win or lose in the end. Bai Moyu, who had walked some distance, could not help but frown. However, now that things had come to this point, there was no way to end it, so he could only continue walking forward. In any case, these people would die in the end, and the sect would not be able to trace it back to them. Seeing that the disciples of Spirit Radiance sect were naturally good people, Yun Chujiao decided to put away her tricks. Yun Chujiao motioned for everyone to stand back, and then looked at Su Yanran a few times. Su Yanran, you forgot something very important. You can't kill us. We just need to crush the Jade token, and we'll be out of this mystic realm. Su Yanran was stunned. That was right. How did she forget about that? The disciples of Spirit Radiance sect all slapped their thighs. That's right, they did not need to die at all. They had all been led astray by Bai Moyu. They would be fine once they crushed the Jade token. How stupid. Su Yanran, I know that you feel very indignant about losing to me last time. How about this? I'm the kindest person. I'll give you a chance. Let's have another competition. If I lose, I promise that I'll never use the teleportation Jade token. If you lose, you'll immediately take your people and leave. Also, you're not allowed to cause trouble for us in this mystic realm. Whoever breaks the oath will be struck by lightning. Do you dare to agree? Besides, I'd already crushed my Jade token. I wouldn't be able to use it even if I wanted to. Su Yanran thought that as long as Yun Chujiao did not use the teleportation Jade token, she would have the confidence to kill her. Hence she sneered, all right. I agree. Let's do it. Ah, your personality is really too impetuous. No wonder you can't beat me. I haven't set the rules yet. Let's draw a circle. Whoever comes out of the circle first will lose. How about it? If you agree, we'll take an oath. Su Yanran snorted coldly and swore. Yun Chujiao, who was at the side, also made a decent vow. Then, she took out a rolling pin and drew a circle with a diameter of about 30 feet. Yin Chujio and Su Yanran entered the circle. Yin Chujio was happy. Come on. Let's begin. Come and beat me to your heart's content. The people of Spirit Radiance sect could not bear to look at her. Junior sister Little Jiao, are you stupid? Who asks for a beating themselves? Chapter 306. Just playing with you. Su Yanran looked at Yin Chujio suspiciously. This bitch has many bad ideas. Did she prepare some chili noodles again? Humph. You can only use that insidious trick once. If you use it again, I'll use my spiritual power to put up a spiritual shield. You can't hurt me. Come on, be happy. There's a lot of time anyway. Yin Chujio hummed a little tune and signaled Su Yanran to come hither. Su Yanran was livid and slapped Yin Chujio. Yin Chujio did not even dodge. She just stood there calmly and continued humming a tune. Yin Chu and the others were so scared that they closed their eyes. It was over. Su Yanran's cultivation was at the peak of the 8th level of the spirit enhancement realm. This slap would definitely kill Yin Chujio. Huh. Why did they not hear Yin Chujio scream? Everyone opened their eyes and saw that Yin Chujio was still standing there with a smile on her face. On the other hand, Su Yanran had a dumbfounded look on her face. Why you have a defensive spirit tool on you? Yin Chujio shrugged her shoulders. Yes, there's nothing I can do. I'm too weak. Our sect leader gave me dozens of defensive spirit tools to protect myself. Go ahead and fight. I reckon that you won't be able to hit me even if we fight until tomorrow morning. When the time comes, I'll just kick you out of the circle. Whether it was the people from Spirit Radiance sect or those from Heavenly Gates sect, they all had blank expressions. Dozens of defensive spirit tools? Yin Chujio, are you kidding us? Not to mention you're an unimportant servant. Even the sect elders don't have that many, okay? Su Yanran gritted her teeth in anger. You're spouting nonsense. I'm going to beat you to death today. Yin Chujio spread her hands. You don't believe me? Then hit me. I'll sit down and rest. After saying that, Yin Chujio really sat down on the ground and took out a spiritual fruit and started eating it. Su Yanran was so angry that her head was about to smoke. She hit Yin Chujio more than 10 times in a row. Unfortunately, these attacks were all blocked by an invisible spiritual barrier when they were 1 foot away from Yin Chujio. Su Yanran refused to believe it and continued to wave her palms. Yin Chujio suddenly smiled at Su Yanran and said in a crisp voice, Su Yanran, I'm going to use hidden weapons. Be careful. Su Yanran was afraid that Yin Chujio would use the chili again, so she quickly raised her spiritual shield. She did not expect Yin Chujio to smile evilly before saying, I'm just playing with you. You're so gullible. Su Yanran was so angry that she kept twitching. She removed her spiritual shield and tried to hit Yin Chujio again. Unexpectedly, Yin Chujio raised her hand again. Su Yanran, I really used a hidden weapon this time. Su Yanran quickly raised her spiritual shield again. Then she heard Yin Chujio giggle. You idiot. I was just teasing you. After doing this a few times, Su Yanran was about to explode with anger. Hence, when Yin Chujio said she would use a hidden weapon again, she did not dodge at all. Instead, she raised her hand and attacked Yin Chujio. Unexpectedly, Yin Chujio was serious this time. She threw a big sack at Su Yanran. Su Yanran wanted to use her spiritual energy shield, but it was too late. So she quickly turned to the side. Before Su Yanran could react, Yin Chujio threw a few big sacks at her. Su Yanran was afraid that there were chili inside, so she did not dare to hit them and could only dodge. Haha, you're out of the ring. You lost. Yin Chujio clapped her hands and said with a smile. Su Yanran looked down. She was so focused on avoiding those sacks that she was indeed out of the ring. Why you cheated? Su Yanran could not accept the fact that she had lost again. There's no such thing as cheating in war, do you understand? Cut the crap and leave quickly. We still have to pick the jade bell flowers. We don't have the time to deal with you. Yin Chujio put the sacks on the ground into her storage ring. The items inside precious and could not be discovered by others. Su Yanran's beautiful face contorted with anger, and she was bleeding from her fingernails. However, cultivators valued oaths very much. If they broke an oaths, not only would they be punished by the heavens, they would also form inner demons. Therefore, although they were unwilling, they could only leave with the people of the Tian sect in anger. A certain realm's spiritual energy crashed into the wall. Trash. Trash. How could there be such a huge difference in intelligence between people who lived on the same continent? Are you all pig-brained? Just kill them immediately. You still want to make a bet out of it. Can that pig brain of yours beat a little weird like Yin Chujio? Looks like the realm spirit would have to personally make a move. Chapter 307. Little Gio was still inside. Junior sister Little Gio, you're really great at the art of deception. The people of the Heavenly Gates sect have suffered a loss. Junior sister Little Gio, you're really too smart. Junior sister Little Gio, don't tell me that your sack is filled with chili noodles? Yin Chujio waved her little claws. It's a small matter not worth mentioning. Everyone, hurry up and pick these jade bell flowers, lest others take advantage of them. Everyone felt that it made sense, and quickly picked the jade bell flowers. Yin Chujio claimed that she was on sentry duty, but in reality, she was standing idly by the side. Suddenly the sky began to darken. A huge pressure descended on the entire trial mystic realm. Many disciples could not help but kneel on the ground. Some even began to pant. Yin Chujio's scalp was slightly numb. She quickly shouted to the people behind her. Things are changing. Hurry up and crush the jade tokens to get out. The people did not dare to delay. They crushed the jade token and disappeared on the spot. Little Gio, don't just stand there. Quickly take out the jade token. Yin Chua quickly said when she saw that Yin Chujio did not move. Yin Chujio smiled bitterly in her heart. She wanted to crush it, but her jade token was a fucking defective product. Yin Chujio did not tell the truth. If she did, Yin Chu and Yin Chuki definitely would not go out. Thus she said, you guys go first. I'll join you at the end. Yin Chu and Yin Chuki were used to following Yin Chujio's orders. After hearing her words, they crushed their jade tokens and disappeared. Sigh. They're all gone. I don't know if I can use this jade token from Heavenly Gates sect. Let me try. Yin Chujio took out a jade token that she had found on Zhang Xiong and the others. After crushing it, there was no reaction. Sigh, I knew it. This jade token is connected to spiritual sense. It's useless to use someone else's. Although Yin Chujio had already expected that, she was still a little disappointed. I want to see what kind of tricks this mystic realm is playing. Yin Chujio simply sat cross-legged on the ground and began to cultivate. The pressure in the mystic realm grew stronger and stronger. Other than Yin Chujio, the trial disciples had all crushed their jade tokens and were teleported out of the mystic realm. Outside the mystic realm, the elders of Spirit Radiance sect and Heavenly Gates sect did not pay much attention to it at first. They thought that the disciples that were teleported out had encountered some kind of demonic beast. However, as more and more people came out, they felt that something was amiss. After the elders interrogated them, they finally understood that something had happened inside the mystic realm. Therefore, they began to count the number of people. Both Spirit Radiance sect and Heavenly Gates sect had lost more than 10 people, which was normal. Disciples would perish in every trial. However, why did the ancient mystic realm suddenly underwent a change? Elder Xiao, Elder Chu, Little Gio hasn't come out yet. Little Gio is still inside. Yin Chu said with a sobbing voice. After Yin Chu and the others came out, they waited for a long time, but still didn't see Yin Chujio come out. They immediately panicked. Elder Xiao and Elder Chu looked at each other, and their hearts moved. Could it be that Yin Chujio caused the change in the mystic realm? Elder Zhang of Heavenly Gates sect had lost his grandson, so he was not in the mood to keep track of the results. Instead, he kept finding people to interrogate about Zhang Xiong. Bai Moya's eyes flickered. Yin Chujio had most likely died in the mystic realm. Otherwise, he could pin Zhang Xiong's death on Yin Chujio through Yanran's cousin's mouth. She was lucky to have died in the mystic realm. Su Yanran also heard that Yin Chujio did not come out, and she could not help but smile coldly. Good that she was dead. Yin Chujio, Didn't you boast that you were smart? Yet you died in the mystic realm. Chapter 308. The realm spirit that was dumber than a pig. Since this was an unexpected situation, both sects were caught unprepared. However, they decided to wait and observe. The Heavenly Gates sect decided to see if they could find any clues, because Elder Zhang had not found out the cause of Zhang Xiong's death. Spirit Radiance sect was naturally doing this for Yin Chujio. She was a rare heavenly thunder root spirit. Most importantly, regardless of whether anyone admitted it or not, Yin Chujio was Patriarch Linghua's personal disciple. Nothing must happen to her. However, Elder Xiao and Elder Chu had an inexplicable feeling that Yin Chujio would not die. After all, she was a little weird who could not be killed even after 10 hours of heavenly lightning strikes. How could she die so easily? After a certain realm spirit forced all the disciples in the trial to leave, it secretly withdrew its pressure. If this continued, the low-level demon beasts in the mystic realm would probably choke on their farts too. The realm spirit thought of several ways to harm Yin Chujio, and in the end, it chose a plan that it was the most confident in. Yes, it decided to use heavenly lightning to strike Yin Chujio to death. Although you have the heavenly lightning root spirit, a person's veins and dantian contain a limited amount of lightning power. The power of lightning is the most brutal. This realm spirit will make you explode and die. Haha, I am really too smart. Yin Chujio noticed a thick and heavy dark cloud floating above her head. She smiled and said, "Yo, this mystic realm can even produce lightning? Interesting. Time to feed my grass." A certain realm spirit continuously directed the lightning elements in the mystic realm to gather together to form a purple lightning tribulation. Strike! Strike! Strike Yin Chujio to death. Boom! Boom! The sound of huge lightning strikes could be heard continuously. A certain realm spirit smiled smugly. "Little fellow, even if you have a heavenly lightning root spirit, you can't withstand so many bolts of tribulation lightning. They'll hack you to death. You can't use conventional method to deal with a little weirdo like her. You have to be rough." This realm spirit was smarter. Much better than those pig brains for sure. A certain realm spirit smiled smugly for a while, and then was dumbfounded. This is impossible. Why is nothing happening to Yin Chujio? She's still happily munching on a fruit. Also, why did my thunder element disappear? Sob sob. If there's no thunder element in the mystic realm, how can I intimidate those high-level demon beasts? The realm spirit was dumbfounded for a while, and then it finally turned its head around. Could it be that the thunder element had been swallowed by Yin Chujio? That was not right. If she had absorbed all the lightning energy, then she should have been blown up a long time ago. Why was she still alive and kicking? The realm spirit looked like it had nothing to live for. What should it do? Without the lightning element, the prestige of my realm spirit would be greatly reduced. It thought for a long time, and decided to give Yin Chujio a chance to fight back. "Hey, Yin Chujio, you're a little pervert that the heavens can't tolerate. Give me back the power of lightning that you have swallowed, and it'll let you out." Yin Chujio chewed on the fruit and curled her lips. "What the hell is this? Come out and speak." The realm spirit was hopping around. "I'm not a thing." Yin Chujio nodded. "Yes, what you said makes sense. You are indeed not a thing. Yin Chujio, I am a realm spirit. Aren't you afraid that it'll kill you if you offend me?" The realm spirit realized that she had challenged it. It was so angry. This Yin Chujio was really too detestable. "Haven't you already started to harm me?" My jade token was faulty. The place where I was randomly teleported to had thousands of desert scorpions, a tier 8 single-horned devil lizard, and a group of tier 5 silver desert wolves. Oh right, and the lightning strike just now. Just keep attacking. It'll wait for you. Yin Chujio had already figured everything out the moment the realm spirit spoke. The realm spirit coughed dryly, feeling guilty. "Who told you to have the heavenly thunder root spirit that the heavens doesn't allow? I was just following the heavens. You can't blame me. I even showed you mercy. Otherwise, I would have directly teleported you into the cactus thorn." "Oh, is that so? I thought there were some rules or restrictions or something." Yin Chujio said indifferently. The realm spirit almost fell to the ground. Fuck, this Yin Chujio was simply not human. How did she know? You. How did you know? Yin Chujio said vaguely as she chewed on the fruit. It's a bluff. I didn't expect you to be so stupid to admit it. You're even dumber than a pig. Ah no. If I said that, it would be too insulting to a pig. Chapter 309. Furry Ball. A certain realm spirit was so angry that it jumped in front of Yin Chujio. Yin Chujio, hurry up and apologize to me. Otherwise I'll kill you. Yin Chujio looked at the little thing that was jumping in front of her, and almost laughed until she passed out. What the hell was that? It was a furry ball with short limbs, jumping up and down as it walked. Did this furry ball become a spirit? Oh, it was a black ball of yarn. Stop laughing. If you laugh at me again, I'll get angry. The ball of yarn roared. Yin Chujio tried hard to hold back her laughter. She poked the ball of yarn with her hand. Hey, it feels pretty nice. The ball of yarn immediately shrank its hands and feet into the ball. Its black fur strangely turned light pink. Stop. You pervert. How dare you tease me? Yin Chujio's eyes lit up. Oh my. You can change colors? Interesting. Yin Chujio stretched out her claws again, and kept poking. The ball of yarn turned from a light pink color to a bright red color like blood. It grinned. Then it began to wail loudly. Wah. Wah. You're bullying me. No one would do that. Not only did you swallow my thunder element, you even teased me. I'm not going to live anymore. Yin Chujio touched her nose. Didn't I just poke it a few times? Is there a need for that? This realm spirit should be a good one, right? Why did it wail at the slightest disagreement? It did not matter that the furry was crying. It started to rain in the mystical realm. At first it was drizzling, but later, it became a torrential downpour. All right, don't cry anymore. You're smarter than a pig. Wah! Furry cried even harder, rolling on the ground as it did. Yin Chujio touched her forehead. All right, I won't tease you anymore. Furry was still unwilling to let it go, and continued to roll on the ground. Are you done yet? Get lost and cry far away. Yin Chujio was furious. She kicked Furry. Whoosh. The ball of yarn was kicked hundreds of feet away. It got up and angrily pointed at Yin Chujio. You vicious woman. How dare you kick me? I'll fight you to the death. The ball of yarn headed toward Yin Chujio. Yin Chujio took out a rolling pin and hit the ball of yarn. I told you to harm me. I told you to be smug. I told you to scold me. I told you to get lost. I told you to make a scene. Bang, bang, bang. The ball of yarn was beaten into a blanket. The ball of yarn collapsed on the ground. It was truly regretful. Why did I have to provoke this scourge? I was looking for a beating. Wouldn't a normal person ingratiate themselves with me when they hear that I'm a realm spirit? Why did this little weirdo not only dare to laugh at me, but also hit me? She isn't human. She's a pervert. She's a scourge. Furry felt that it had nothing left to live for. For a realm spirit to experience what it experienced, it could be said that it had lost all its honor. Yin Chujio looked at a realm spirit who was motionless, and her eyes flashed. She sighed and said, Furry, I was so angry that I accidentally hit you. I'm really sorry. What? Furry could not believe its ears. Has the little witch changed her personality? She actually apologized to me? Furry, I'm not targeting you. I'm targeting that. Yin Chujio secretly pointed at the top. Didn't you listen to its instructions and set me up? At most, you're an accomplice. Moreover, you're also a victim. We share the same fate. What do you mean? I'm a victim too. Are you kidding me? How can I be a victim? I'm in a good place. Chapter 310. You will definitely be cheated. Yin Chujio quickly covered her mouth. Blinking her eyes, she said, I spilled the beans. Just pretend that I didn't say anything. You're really good at being a spiritual cultivator. You're really not a victim. I'm just talking nonsense. Don't overthink it. Please don't overthink it. With Yin Chujio saying that, it would be strange if Furry did not overthink. Yin Chujio, you must be hiding something from me. Tell me quickly. Furry looked at Yin Chujio nervously. Yin Chujio frowned. It's really nothing. You're overthinking. Tell me quickly. Otherwise I'll cry again. Furry felt that it was shameless. Other than crying, it had no other way to deal with this little weirdo, Yin Chujio. Sigh. Alright. Then I'll tell you my little opinion. You don't have to take it to heart. Just treat it as if I am talking nonsense. Yin Chujio sighed and said helplessly, Tell me. Tell me. Furry widened its eyes and was extremely nervous. In this mystical realm, all the demon beasts listen to your command. If you say it will rain, then it will rain. If you say it will thunder, then it will thunder. Don't you think it's awesome to be in charge of this mystical realm? Yin Chujio asked with a smile. Fui's body suddenly swelled up, clearly very proud. TSK TSK TSK. Furry, you're actually very pitiful. Look, this mystic realm is now used by the low-level disciples of the 4 great sects for the trial. Right? When they bring that mirror fragment and shine it on you, you have to open the door for them. When they come in, they're killing your demonic beasts and picking your spiritual herbs. You can't even do a thing about it. Don't you think that you're like a watchdog? Also, your realm spirit might look impressive, but you don't have any real abilities. Even after another 10,000 years, you'll still be like this. Perhaps some mighty figure may not like this mystic realm and will destroy it. Then you'll be dead. TSK TSK. You've been trapped in this small world for your entire life. It's really sad and lamentable. Sigh. The outside world is full of exciting things, but you're like a frog sitting in a well, enjoying the golden cage that others have made for you. What a pitiful person. Yin Chujio saw Fui's stunned expression. She continued. Furry, I'm a soft-hearted person. I'll say whatever comes to my mind. Don't take it to heart. Actually, you're doing pretty well now. A country bumpkin waiting to die is also not bad. Just pretend that I didn't say anything. Furry felt that its worldview had suffered a paradigm shift. Why did it feel that what Yin Chujio said made sense? That's right, I'm no different from a watchdog. It had to change. The world was so big. It had to go out and take a look. Furry used its 2 short claws to hug Yin Chujio's calf. Benefactor, what you said makes sense. Please help me. How can I get out of this situation? The rolling pin looked at Furry sympathetically. Unlucky fellow. You unlucky fellow. You're just repeating my mistake. My master doesn't have good intentions. You will definitely be cheated. Yin Chujio looked at Furry and let out a long sigh. Sigh. My biggest weakness is that I'm too kind, too soft-hearted. Although we have a grudge, you're so cute. I really can't bear to let you suffer like this. Let me think of a way. Furry was so touched that she cried. Benefactor. I was wrong. I was so wrong. I deeply regret my previous actions. As long as you help me, I'll definitely make it up to you. Chapter 311. Master. Please accept me. Yin Chujio was overjoyed when she heard the word compensation. However, she put on a troubled expression and said, Furry, your situation is really special. If you want me to help you, you have to answer my next question truthfully. Furry quickly said, Ask ahead, Savior. I'll tell you everything I know. How old are you this year? Yin Chujio began to gather information silently. Furry counted for a long time. I can't really remember. Maybe 10,000 years old. Yin Chujio nodded and thought to herself, 10,000 years old and still so stupid. How odd. How long has this mystical realm existed? I don't know. It should be at least hundreds of thousands of years old. Furry had failed to answer 2 questions in a row. It could not help but feel ashamed, and its black fur slowly turned pink. Why are the 4 great sects holding the mirror fragments? The disciples in the spirit enhancement stage can enter after they cast the seal? Yin Chujio was very curious about this. She really could not figure out the reason. Could it be that the mirror fragment was the key? They are holding the void mirror fragments. This mystical realm was originally a space within the void mirror. However, 8 fragments of the void mirror were lost. The fragments taken by the 4 great sects came from the same origin as this mystical realm. That was why the mystical realm accepted them. However, they only have the small fragments. They can only allow disciples in the spirit enhancement stage to enter. Finally, a question it could answer. Furry immediately told her everything it knew. At Fui's pleased look, Yin Chujio could not bear to look straight into its eyes. Stupid. Too stupid. You've revealed your true nature. As a black-hearted master, I'm not going to ask for some simple compensation. I will abduct this mystical realm in you. Yin Chujio's expression did not change. In her heart, the sun was shining brightly, and 100 flowers were blooming. I only wanted to scam some spiritual herbs off it. I did not expect this mystical realm to be part of the void mirror. O heavens and earth, no matter what, I will take this mystical realm and the furball today. Yin Chujio suppressed her excitement and frowned as she said, I see. This is a difficult situation. You said you're a realm spirit, but in fact, you're a weapon spirit. Just like Little Flame and my rolling pin. Little Flame can leave the rolling pin for a short distance, but not too far. If I bring you out to play, you won't be able to go far. Little Flame immediately understood what Yin Chujio meant, and flew out from the rolling pin. Furry, although I can't be too far away from my main body, I can follow Master on the journey. Moreover, I not only get to play, she also feeds me a lot of delicious food. Grilled meat, spirit fruits. Little Flame's narration made Furry salivate. Damn it, Yin Chujio was right. The heavens was trying to trick me. After so many years, I've never tasted anything other than spirit fruits. No matter what, I'll leave this damned place today. My savior. I want to be like Little Flame. Take me with you. Furry stretched out its claws and hugged Yin Chujio's calf, unwilling to let go. This. Yin Chujio had a troubled expression. That's not right. ITLL only work if you let the mystical realm form a contract with me. If that's the case, I'll be your master. Wouldn't you rather be free? I'm willing. Master. You're my dear master. I beg you, master, please accept me. Furry looked like it would cry if she did not accept it. All right. I'm just too soft-hearted. Although you're kinda useless, and this broken mystical realm isn't much. I'll take you in since you're adorable. Yin Chujio looked very reluctant. The rolling pin trembled a few times. Master, is it really good for you to be so bad-hearted? I finally understand what Stockholm Syndrome is. Helping you trap Furry is an example. How can this spirit be so stupid? No, I was also trapped in a similar fashion. It's not us who are stupid, but my master who is too treacherous. It is simply impossible to win against her. Chapter 312. The Great Void Mirror. Yin Chujio frowned, and thought for a while before saying, Furry, you have to think carefully. This is your choice. There's no medicine for regret in this world. Furry jumped around happily a few times. No regrets. Master. You're my master. Yin Chujio rejoiced in her heart. Haha. As long as I take this mystical realm, I will be the landlord. All the spiritual herbs and demonic beasts in this mystical realm will be mine. Ha ha ha, I'm going to be rich. Yin Chujio finally managed to hold back the corner of her mouth. Furry, how do you want to put this on a contract? Master, you can't form a contract with me. You have to do it with the main body of the Great Void Mirror. Follow me. Although it looked silly and cute, it was still very powerful in the mystical realm. With a wave of Hairy Ball's claws, Yin Chujio realized that the scene in front of her had changed. In front of her was a huge mirror. An ancient and desolate aura covered the entire space. The mirror was shrouded in clouds and mist, and nothing could be seen. It was decorated with ancient and complicated patterns, but if one looked closely, they would find that these patterns were exactly the same as the patterns on the pillars at the entrance of the mystical realm. However, there were 8 holes on the mirror, which affected the overall beauty of the mirror. Master, drop your blood into the heart of the lotus flower. Furry pointed at a pattern on the side of the mirror and said. Yin Chujio nodded, bit her index finger, and dropped the blood into the heart of the lotus flower. No one expected that the sudden change of events would produce a strong suction from the mirror, which firmly sucked Yin Chujio's finger into the heart of the lotus flower. It kept sucking Yin Chujio's blood. Fuck. Furry, you tricked me. Furry was about to cry. Master. It's really not me. Maybe your blood is too fragrant. Yin Chujio was so angry that she kept sucking. This guy gritted his teeth. If this went on, she would definitely be sucked dry like a mummy. Forget it. At worst, she would just give up this finger. Yin Chujio took out a big kitchen knife and was about to cut off her finger. At that moment, the strange grass in her dantian showed its power. A drop of cool liquid flowed out from Yin Chujio's index finger. The great void mirror seemed to be very afraid of this liquid, and it suddenly released Yin Chujio's finger. Yin Chujio fell to the ground. You bastard! You actually want to suck my blood? You broken mirror! I'll smash you! I'll let you break into 1,000 pieces! Yin Chujio raised the rolling pin and was about to break the mirror. The mirror suddenly flashed with a white light, and its size suddenly shrunk. It floated in midair, and then quickly hid between Yin Chujio's brows. Get out here! You actually dare to enter my body? I won't let you off! She was about to explode from anger. Yin Chujio used her spiritual sense to look inside, and was dumbfounded. She saw that the small and exquisite mirror had already settled down in her dantian. All right, other than the small purple lightning bolts, one side of her dantian was occupied by the strange grass, while the other side was occupied by the great void mirror. You've all King taken over my property. Did any of you even get permission for the owner? Due to her shock, Yin Chujio did not notice that Furry had a moment of dullness. Yes, the dullness that could only be described as being unloved. However, it quickly shouted, Master, the contract has been formed. This mystic realm is about to disappear. I'll send you out now. Yin Chujio had not even processed those words when she felt a wave of dizziness. Outside the mystic realm, Heavenly Gates sect and Spirit Radiance sect were counting the results of their disciples. Although Elder Zhang of Heavenly Gates sect was sad about the death of his grandson, he could only accept reality. Hence, he began to vent his anger on Spirit Radiance sect. If it weren't for them, sect leader Dugo wouldn't have sent us to the trial. If it weren't for the trial, my grandson wouldn't have died, so it was all the fault of Spirit Radiance sect. Elder Xiao, the disciples of your Spirit Radiance sect indeed aren't that good. Not only are their spiritual power levels low, their actual combat abilities are even worse. Your points are 2 million less than Heavenly Gate sect's points. Last time, you relied on that Yin Chujio's unrated method to win this time. You'll definitely lose. Elder Zhang said disdainfully. Chapter 313. Yin Chujio came out. Elder Xiao was a straightforward person. When he heard Elder Zhang's words, he felt a little embarrassed. He actually had 2 million points less than the other party. It was really too embarrassing. There was an outstanding person from the Heavenly Gates sect, Su Yanran. The new disciples from the Spirit Radiance sect really could not compare to her. Su Yanran alone had obtained nearly 1 million points. Elder Chu was much more thick-skinned. He laughed out loud. Elder Zhang, this trial isn't over yet, right? Perhaps there will be more disciples from Spirit Radiance sect coming out. Elder Zhang laughed coldly. Elder Chu, are you dreaming? It was impossible for anyone to come out alive. Even if there were disciples coming out, would they be able to obtain 2 million points? No matter how powerful he is, would he be able to surpass Su Yanran? Su Yanran obtained 970,000 points. I won't argue with you verbally. Let us wait and see. Elder Chu rubbed his nose. What do you know? We still have a little weirdo who hasn't come out yet. As soon as that consecutive little Geo Thunderbolts is released, the low-level demon beasts would immediately choke on their farts. Good. It hasn't even been a month yet anyway. I'd like to see which other remarkable disciples from your Spirit Radiance sect will come out alive. Elder Zhang curled his lips. The sect was at its wit's end now, and they actually used such a clumsy excuse to cover it up. As soon as Elder Zhang finished speaking, the ancient mystic realm began to tremble violently. A huge wave of air knocked over the nearby disciples, and everyone immediately fell into chaos. What's going on? An earthquake? Could it be that the mystic realm is about to collapse? That's too scary. No wonder the mystic realm was so suffocating earlier. Could it be that this mystic realm is about to self-destruct? Heavens! We should hurry and get further away. This is an ancient mystic realm. If it really is about to self-destruct, it will definitely blow us up till there isn't even any residue left. The two pieces of the great void mirror, that were suspended in mid-air, began to tremble violently. Elder Zhang rolled his eyes and retrieved the piece from the Heavenly Gates sect to prevent it from being damaged. Elder Xiao and Elder Chu looked at each other. The two of them did not move. Yin Chujio was still in the mystic realm. If they kept the pieces of the great void mirror, Yin Chujio would not be able to come out. When Elder Zhang saw this, he could not help but mock and ridicule. What? Are you guys still harboring fantasies? There must be something wrong with the mystic realm. It might even collapse. Not to mention the disciples of Spirit Radiance sect. Even the demonic beasts inside will all die. Impossible. Little Gio will not die. Little Gio will definitely come out. When Yin Chu and the others heard Elder Zhang's words, they did not care about their status and roared. Elder Zhang gave them a sinister look, and then released his pressure on Yin Chu and the others. How could Yin Chu and the others' cultivation base withstand Elder Zhang's pressure? Their legs went weak, and they almost knelt on the ground. Elder Chu raised his hand and neutralized Elder Zhang's pressure. He said unhappily, "What does this mean?" "They are just worried about their fellow disciples. Have provoked you?" Elder Zhang said coldly, "They're just servants of your sect, and they were being disrespectful to me. I only gave them a small warning. Besides, that Yin Chujio is dead for sure. She's just a trash who plays tricks." Before Elder Zhang finished his words, an item popped out from the ancient mystery dimension. With a loud crash, it fell to the ground. Hiss! I've fallen to my death. TSK, everyone is here. Everything is fine, right? Everyone took a closer look and saw that it was a little girl who fell out. Her eyebrows were sharp, and her two little tails behind her head were trembling. Who else could it be other than the treacherous Yin Chujio? Chapter 314. Was only 2 million short. Little Gio. You're still alive. Sob sob, that's great. Yin Chu immediately hugged Yin Chujio in her arms. Yin Chujio was secretly cursing in her heart. Sigh. Fifth sister's breasts have become even fuller. When will I be able to have boobs as well? How upsetting. Yin Chuki and Qing Si kept wiping their tears. Yin Chuzi and the others' eyes were also red. Although they had always believed that Yin Chujio would be fine, as time passed, the worry in their hearts gradually increased. They were almost on the verge of collapse. Little Gio was still alive. It was great. At that moment, a loud sound came from the ancient mystery dimension. Then space began to distort. What appeared in front of everyone was like ripples of water. In the end, it completely disappeared. The fragment of the great void mirror that was floating in midair fell to the ground with a thud. Before anyone could react, a small figure jumped over and picked up the fragment and put it into her storage ring. Yin Chujio, what are you doing? Elder Xiao shouted darkly. Yin Chujio bared her little white teeth. Elder Xiao, why are you so serious? I saw that all of you are busy, so I will help you keep it for the time being. Is it that big a deal? It's not like I can escape with it. Hurry up and say something serious. Can we go back to the sect now? I miss our dear and respectable sect master. Elder Xiao recalled Yin Chujio's previous misdeeds, and for some reason, he had an ominous premonition that the fragment of the great void mirror might not be coming back. However, Witterchu's main focus was totally different. Yin Chujio, quickly take out the spirit herbs and demon cores you collected. We're now 2 million points lower than the Heavenly Gates sect. Spirit Radiance sect depends on you. Hearing Elder Chu's words, Elder Zhang laughed sinisterly. Elder Chu, do you really see this little girl as a savior? How many points can a mere servant at the 4th level of the Spirit Enhancement Realm obtain? I'm afraid even 1,000 would be difficult, let alone 2 million. The people from the Heavenly Gates sect also began to discuss in disdain. Spirit Radiance sect is going to lose this time for sure. How could that Yin Chujio possibly have 2 million points of spoils of war? That is simply a dream. That's right. I reckon that Elder Chu thought that there wouldn't be any living people coming out of the mystic realm, so he found such an excuse. I didn't expect that Yin Chujio would actually come out. If she can't catch up to our Heavenly Gates sect this time, that would really be a slap in the face. That makes sense. Junior sister Sue is so amazing and peerless, yet she only obtained less than 1,000,000 points. That trash Yin Chujio can obtain 2,000,000 points? Maybe if the sun rises from the north. Su Yanran heard everyone's discussion, and the corners of her mouth curled up slightly. Yin Chujio, so what if you have many evil schemes? Not only did Spirit Radiance sect lose to our sect, you will also never be able to catch up to me. The people from Spirit Radiance sect also felt that their hopes were slim. 2,000,000 points. They had to kill 2,000 Tier 4 demonic beasts before they could do it. This was simply impossible. Yin Chujio did not move or say anything until the crowd's discussion gradually quieted down. Only then did she ask with a smile, Elder Chu, how many points are we lacking compared to the Heavenly Gates sect? Only 2,000,000. The crowd was so angry that they almost lost it. What do you mean by only 2,000,000? From your tone, 2,000,000 seems to be a very small number? Elder Zhang looked at Yin Chujio with disdain. Little girl, it's 2,000,000, not 200. What an idiot who overestimates herself. Yin Chujio looked at him. Elder Zhang, right? If you talk like that, you'll lose friends. How can you tell that I'm an idiot? Isn't it just 2,000,000? What's so great about it? Watch carefully. It'll blind your snobbish eyes. Chapter 315. 10,000,000. Everyone's gaze was focused on Yin Chujio. Even though the people of Spirit Radiance sect felt that the chances were slim, thinking of Yin Chujio's evil schemes, they thought that she might really have cheated a lot of good things off the land. Yin Chujio stretched out her small claws, and when everyone got a closer look, they almost lost it from anger. The thing they saw on Yin Chujio's palm was a freaking meat bun. Yin Chujio laughed dryly. I'm sorry. I took the wrong one. Yin Chujio stuffed the bun into her mouth and took a bite. I haven't eaten for a long time, so I'm a little hungry. Don't mind me. Everyone was dumbfounded. Yin Chujio, are you shameless? There are thousands of us waiting, and you want us to watch you eat the bun. Yin Chujio finally finished eating the bun. She stretched out her small claws, and a small water bottle appeared. She gulped down a few mouthfuls. Yin Chujio, you don't have to feign mystery anymore. It's useless for you to delay this any longer. Elder Zhang thought that Yin Chujio definitely would not be able to produce much spoils of war, and that she was just stalling for time. That's right. Yin Chujio, stop resisting so stubbornly. Your sect is going to lose for sure. TSK, bragging should be taxed. This Yin Chujio is definitely bragging. She's really shameless. That's right. If she can really take out something worth 2,000,000 points, it'll crawl back to Heavenly Gates sect. The people of Spirit Radiance sect were also at a loss. Junior sister Little Gio, can you do it or not? You usually have an array of tricks up your sleeve that never fails. This time, please don't let us down. Yin Chujio put away the bottle and said with a smile, Sigh. I'm doing this for your own good. I'm afraid that if I take it out, you'll be scared. So I gave you some time to relax. Since you're in such a hurry, then brace yourself. Yin Chujio stretched out her small claws, and a bright red demonic beast inner core could be seen in her palm. Even though it was only a demonic beast inner core, the demonic beast pressure emitted from it was enough to make people tremble in fear. Everyone was silent at first. Then, a disciple of Heavenly Gates sect said disdainfully, This demonic beast's inner core looks pretty good, but it's at most the inner core of a Tier 4 demonic beast. That's only 1,000 points. That's right. It's only the inner core of a Tier 4 demonic beast. Why are you afraid of scaring us? Puffed. You're really shameless. Shut up. You're a disgrace. Elder Zhang roared angrily. The people of Heavenly Gates sect did not dare to say anything. What? Was that demon core very impressive? Ha ha ha. Elder Zhang, how is it? I've warned you, right? This is the inner core of a Tier 8 demon beast, the single-horned demon lizard. Let me do some calculations for you. How many points is it worth? Tier 4 is 1,000. Tier 5 is 10,000. Tier 6 is 100,000. Tier 7 is 1,000,000, and Tier 8 is 10,000,000. Ha ha ha. 10 million. Your Heavenly Gates sect now has 8 million points less than us. Ah, Elder Zhang. Your Heavenly Gates sect's new disciples' combat ability isn't really that great. The total points that your new disciples got isn't even as much as what our little Jiu got alone. Elder Chu did not know what it meant to quit while the going was good, and he returned the frustration he had suffered previously to Elder Zhang. Everyone's faces were filled with shock. Tier 8 demonic beast? Yin Chujiu got 10 million points alone? Oh my god! Would Tier 8 not be equivalent to the 9th level of the Spirit Cultivator realm? How did Yin Chujiu do it? Could it be that she could kill a Tier 8 demonic beast just by recklessly throwing out tricks? Was that not heaven-defying? Chapter 316. Are you giving me some compensation? The people of Spirit Radiance sect were instantly elated. Their originally drooping heads had also become full of spirit. You think you're great just because you have Su Yanran. We have little 9th junior sister. That's right. What's the use of having a higher level? Although our little 9th junior sister's level is low, she's smart. She obtained 10 million points alone. The 8 of you and Su Yanran aren't even that good. No wonder Su Yanran lost to our little 9th junior sister repeatedly. It's because her brain isn't working well anymore. Ha ha ha. Su Yanran almost fainted from anger. She felt that not only the people of Spirit Radiance sect looked at her with disdain and ridicule, even those from Heavenly Gates sect did. Su Yanran gritted her teeth and shouted angrily, "Humph! The highest level in the mystic realm is only a Tier 4 demonic beast. How could there be a Tier 8 demonic beast? This inner core might have been prepared by Yin Chujiu beforehand." Yin Chujiu was immediately unhappy and pointed at Su Yanran. Hey, why are you so narrow-minded? If no one has ever seen it, does that mean it doesn't exist? No one has seen the heavens. Do you think that that doesn't exist? You're just jealous of talent. How shameless. Su Yanran was so angry that her face turned red. Yin Chujiu, don't change the topic. How can you prove that you obtained this demonic beast inner core from the mystical realm? She felt that this demonic beast inner core could not have been obtained by Yin Chujiu. How could a trash at the 4th level of the spirit enhancement realm kill a Tier 8 demonic beast? Everyone immediately burst into an uproar. Su Yanran's words were not without reason. For thousands of years, there had never been a trial disciple who had encountered a Tier 4 demonic beast or above in the mystic realm. This Yin Chujiu taking out a Tier 8 demonic beast inner core all of a sudden really did not make sense. Elder Chu laughed out loud. How difficult is that? All the spoils of war in the ancient mystic realm can be verified with the Great Void Mirror Fragment. If there is no way to verify, wouldn't our trial be left to our disciple to cheat? Little Jiu, take out the Void Mirror Fragment and examine it. Yin Chujiu rolled her eyes. Su Yanran, you wronged me for no reason. If I prove my innocence later, don't you have to give me some compensation? Su Yanran snorted coldly. Then what if T showed that you're the one who's faking it? If I'm the one who's faking it, then I'll give you this Tier 8 demonic beast's inner core. If you're faking it, you can either give me the fragment of your void mirror, or lose 2 million low-grade spirit stones to me. Yin Chujiu smiled like a little fox. The inner core of a Tier 8 demonic beast in the world cost at least 2 million low-grade spirit stones. So no one felt anything unusual about Yin Chujiu's condition. Su Yanran frowned. She could not make the decision about the void mirror fragment, and she did not have that many spirit stones. What should she do now? Elder Zhang said from the side. All right, it's a deal. However, the Great Void Mirror Garment cannot be used as a bet. Let's bet 2 million low-grade spirit stones. Yin Chujiu sighed in her heart. She knew that it would not be so easy to trick her. However, it was not a bad idea to get some spirit stones and herbs. When I'm rich, I don't have to look at that gigolo's face anymore. Yin Chujiu straightened her body and put her hands behind her back. Elder Zhang, please take a look. Otherwise, you'll think that we're cheating. Although she said it nicely, she was actually afraid that Elder Xiao would take the broken pieces of the Grand Illusionary Mirror back. Elder Zhang took out the Voir Mirror fragment and produced a seal. After that, the image of a mirror appeared on the top of the demon core. Haha. It's true. That's what I said. How could our little Geo cheat? Your Heavenly Gates sect is really generous. You actually rushed over to give our little ninth girl spirit stones. Elder Chu did not know how to show off now. Chapter 317. Extremely angry Elder Zhang was so angry that his face twisted. However, Yin Chujio was hiding behind Elder Chu. She stretched out her claws and said, "Hurry up and transfer the 2 million spirit stones to me. My little heart has been hurt too badly by you. I must use the spirit stones to soothe it." The people of the Heavenly Gates sect wished they could capture Yin Chujio and give her a good beating. She was too infuriating. Did she just take advantage of us and still pretends to be good? How did we hurt your little heart? It was you who hurt our little heart, okay? Originally, we were 2 million points ahead of your sect. 2 million. We thought that our Heavenly Gates sect would definitely win this time. It was you, this scourge, who woke us up from our sweet dream. The most profligate thing you did was that the moment your upper and lower lips touched, you somehow extorted 2 million spirit stones from us. Su Yanren never expected that the inner core of a Tier 8 demonic beast was really obtained by Yin Chujio in the mystic realm. She was both embarrassed and angry, coupled with Elder Zhang's angry gaze. She wished that she could find a hole to hide in. Su Yanran, thank you. You're really my lucky star. Last time, I obtained a Scarlet Dawn silk because of you. This time, I obtained another 2 million spirit stones. If others didn't know better, they would definitely think that you're my long-lost biological sister. Yin Chujio took the spirit stones, then smiled and winked at Su Yanran. You. Su Yanran rolled her eyes and fainted from anger. Yin Chujio shrugged her shoulders and spread her hands. I was just talking. Why is she so agitated? Could it be that she really wants to be my sister? Smelly girl. You're courting death. Elder Zhang could not hold it in any longer. If he did not slap this Yin Chujio to death that day, Heavenly Gates sect's honor would be completely disgraced. Yin Chujio saw Elder Zhang fly into a rage. With a whoosh, she once again hid behind Elder Chu. The Heavenly Gates sect can't afford to lose. Heavenly Gates sect is acting like a scoundrel. It's only right for them to admit defeat. You guys actually became angry out of humiliation. What a shameless move. In order to be safe, Yin Chujio simply hid behind the elders of Spirit Radiance sect and stuck out her little head, constantly provoking them. Elder Zhang's face was livid with anger. However, his attacks were all neutralized by Elder Chu, and he could not get close to Yin Chujio at all. Seeing that it was really inappropriate to continue causing trouble like this, Elder Zhang of Heavenly Gates sect walked forward to dissuade Elder Zhang. Elder Zhang, there's still time in the future. Since the mystic realm has already disappeared, let's return to the sect. Elder Zhang knew that he would not be able to do much that day, so he could only follow Elder Zhang's words and walk down the stairs. Before he left, he shot a sinister glance at Yin Chujio, who was poking her head out. Darn girl, I won't let you off. Just as Elder Zhang was about to turn around and leave, Yin Chujio shouted, Hey! You owe 1 million spirit stones to our sect. Are you trying to cheat us? Hurry up and pay up before you leave. Elder Chu slapped his thigh. That's right. I almost let you guys get away with it. Fortunately, little Gio is here. Hurry up and give me 1 million spirit stones. Our sect has won gracefully this time. 8 million points more than you guys. Ha ha ha. Elder Zhang almost spat out a mouthful of blood. He threw 1 million spirit stones and left with the people of the Heavenly Gates sect in a huff. When the people of Heavenly Gates sect came, they were full of confidence. They did not expect such a tragic ending. All of this was caused by that Yin Chujio. Yin Chujio, you are the public enemy of our Heavenly Gates sect. Yin Chujio did not have the slightest awareness that she was their public enemy. Seeing that there was no more danger, she waved her claws at the back of the members of the Heavenly Gates sect. You guys should come to Spirit Radiance sect often to play with me. My 2 million spirit stones will be spent very soon. Remember to come and give me money often. Chapter 318. They want more little ancestors. The people of the Heavenly Gates sect staggered when they heard Yin Chujia's words. It was too infuriating. Yin Chujio, our Heavenly Gates sect is not done with you. Yin Chujio sighed at the people of Spirit Radiance sect. Sigh. Everyone, I've been worried to death for our sect. The Heavenly Gates sect must hate me to the bone this time. I'm doing this for our sect. If they gang up on me, you must help me. Everyone did not know what to say. You'd sound more sincere if you distributed the 2 million spirit stones you pocketed to everyone. However, after this incident, Yin Chujia's image among these new disciples had completely changed. In the Azure Mystic Continent, the strong were respected. No matter how Yin Chujio obtained that Tier 8 demonic beast inner core, it was she who won back Spirit Radiance sect's honor. Therefore, Yin Chujio was the hero of Spirit Radiance sect. Yin Chujio played with the treasures for a while. Then she giggled at the elders and said implicitly, "Elders, this time, I'm number 1. You know it." The elders were stunned at first, then came to from the surprise counterattack just now. Heavens, they almost forgot about that. Not only did Yin Chujio enter the top 10, but she also clinched the well-deserved first place. Did that not mean that they had to acknowledge her identity as Little Ancestor Yin? They were going to have another little ancestor. All the elders' faces immediately twitched. Even if they had thousands of reasons, it was still very sullen to let this young girl be their elder, okay? Therefore, on the way back to the sect, all the elders were unhappy and full of worries. The disciples of Spirit Radiance sect were originally laughing happily. But when they saw the elders, they did not dare to laugh loudly anymore. They were very puzzled. They had clearly won. So why were all the elders suddenly unhappy? It was really strange. After the airship arrived at the Spirit Radiance sect, these elders flew straight to the meeting hall, as if they were being chased by wolves. Master Xianyuan had already received the news, and led the elders to wait in the meeting hall. Elder Xiao, Elder Chu, why are you back in less than a month? Did something happen? Master Xianyuan could not help but ask worriedly when he saw the gloomy expressions on the elders' faces. Elder Chu sighed. Something did happen. I don't know if the ancient mystic realm self-destructed, or why it disappeared. What? How is this possible? The ancient mystery dimension has existed for tens of thousands of years. How could it disappear for no reason? Master Xianyuan and the others were shocked. Elder Chu curled his lips. Who knows? It just disappeared. That Heavenly Gates sect actually brought their new disciples to participate in the trial at the same time, and even made a bet with us. Those who had less points will be considered to have lost. Master Xianyuan and everyone immediately understood. It seemed that Spirit Radiance sect's points were low, which was why Elder Chu and the others were so depressed. Master Xianyuan consoled. Victory and defeat are common occurrences in war. You don't have to mind it so much. So be it if you lose. Elder Chu's face was full of confusion. Lose? Who said our sect lost? We won. We even surpassed Heavenly Gates sect by 8 million points. This time, it was Master Xianyuan and the others who were dumbfounded. 8 million points. What kind of joke was this? How was this possible? Elder Chu, could it be that you're joking? 8 million points. How is this possible? Master Xuanyuan's face darkened slightly. This Elder Chu was really too ridiculous. He's almost on par with that little girl Yin Chujio. Elder Chu was also anxious. Who's joking? Yin Chujio obtained a Tier 8 single-horned demon lizard's inner core in the mystic realm. She instantly obtained 10 million points. Master Xianyuan and the others were instantly petrified. Yin Chujio, who was on the 4th level of spirit enhancement. She killed a Tier 8 demonic beast? Is it because we're inexperienced? Or is this little girl too heaven-defying? This is too unbelievable. Chapter 319. I'm just too soft-hearted. Elder Chu saw the stupefied expressions on Master Xianyuan and the others' faces and instantly felt a lot more at ease. Speaking of which, they were also shocked back then. Sect Master, the crux of the matter now isn't that we won against the Heavenly Gates sect, but that Yin Chujio is worthy of first place. Back then, You promised her that if she were to rank within the top 10, you would acknowledge her as little ancestor Yun. Elder Chu saw that Master Xianyuan and the others had yet to react, so he quickly reminded them. Only then did everyone understand why Elder Chu and the others were still unhappy even after winning. That was right. Yun Chujio, that little girl, unexpectedly got first place, so they had to acknowledge her as little ancestor Yun. That was really depressing. That little girl was already smug to begin with. If she also had the little ancestor Yun identity, Spirit Radiance sect would be turned upside down by her. Master Xianyuan did not have much of a reaction. He said indifferently, "Since we've already discussed this, then we can only acknowledge Yun Chujio's identity as little ancestor Yun. Get Yun Chujio over here." Although the others were unwilling, they had nothing to say. Everyone thought to themselves, it would be great if Yun Chujio would voluntarily give up the identity of little ancestor Yun. However, that was pretty much impossible. That little girl was so capable of showing off. Why would she even let go of such an opportunity? After a short while, Yun Chujio came skipping over. She was so proud of herself that she even walked with her hands behind her back. "Everyone's here? Not bad, not bad. You are indeed worthy of being taught." Yun Chujio nodded slightly at the crowd. Her demeanor was really great. The corners of everyone's eyes twitched. What did she say? It had not even been officially announced yet, and this girl was already starting to act like little ancestor Yun. Master Xianyuan had a high level of self-restraint. He smiled faintly and said, "Yun Chujio, you've obtained first place in this new disciple trial. According to our agreement, from today onwards, you'll be Spirit Radiance sect's little ancestor Yun." The 10th generation of the Spirit Radiance sect master, Master Xianyuan, pays his respects to little ancestor Yun. Master Xianyuan bowed respectfully to Yun Chujio. When the others saw that things had come to this, they could only bow respectfully to Yun Chujio. Yun Chujio's mouth was open so wide that it almost reached her cheeks. She lowered her hand slightly and said, "Children, get up." Everyone almost spat out a mouthful of blood. When they thought of how much that scene would happen in the future, they instantly felt that they had nothing left to live for. Yun Chujio was amused to see their twitching expressions. Everyone was so angry that they were twitching. Her happiness was entirely based on their pain. It was too infuriating. Master Xianyuan looked calm and asked respectfully, "Little ancestor Yin, which mountain do you want to live on in the future? After you choose, I can help you set up a new courtyard." Yin Chujio tried hard to hold back her laughter and blinked her eyes. Then she said, "Little Xianyuan, I appreciate your kindness. However, after careful consideration, inconveniences will befall you kids if my identity is announced. Therefore, I've decided not to announce this news to the public for the time being." What? Could it be that there was something wrong with his ears? This little weirdo had actually become so understanding. Everyone looked at Yin Chujio in shock. They really could not believe what she just said. Master Xianyuan was also stunned. "Yin Chujio, what do you mean?" Yin Chujio said with a smile, "As long as you acknowledge my identity, there's no need to announce it to the public. Other than you probably being requested by me often, you can just treat me as an ordinary disciple. How is it? Does this little ancestor have the demeanor of an elder? I'm doing this for your sake. My greatest strength is that I'm too soft-hearted." When everyone heard Yin Chujio's words, they were both surprised and delighted. This was simply too good. When they thought of bowing to this little girl in front of their disciples, it was simply too awkward. Little ancestor Yin is truly magnanimous. She is indeed worthy of being Patriarch Linghuo's true disciple. That's right, little ancestor Yin has a heavenly thunder root spirit. She's naturally different from ordinary people. That's right. Little ancestor Yin's decision is really too wise. Master Xianyuan felt that with Yin Chujio's personality, she definitely would not be so simple. Could this little girl be up to no good again? You're tuning in to the Li Mei's Wuxia Whispers YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.